everybody, Matthew, Mr. Domestic. This video is all about my favorite sewing notions for 2019. I have a bunch of them laid out on the table that are my top 12. I think it's 12, and I'll give you my number one notion of 2019 in case you all wanted to buy it, because I love them all. They've been vetted. I've used them enough to where I feel like they are like awesome, legit, phenomenal. So let's get into looking at these notions. These are all of the notions, and I'm going to start out with the big one, but just so that you can see them all laid out. There's some glue, there's a little storage container, turn-arounder thingy, a ruler, roundabout, this. Okay, let me start with the big one. Okay, this right here is a new addition to my arsenal, and I feel like I manifested this because I was looking for a whiteboard that functioned like this, and coincidentally they reached out to me. But this is called DIYStyle Pattern and Cutting System. And okay, it's a board, ruler, looks neat, but let me show you. Here. Okay. Let me see, I'm just going like this, see how it's cut like this. There are magnets. This is a magnetized system where you use this and it's not going to go anywhere and you'll get a straight cut. Imagine doing this with like pattern pieces, putting the pattern piece on top of it, cutting around. I'll show you how easy it is to cut with this. It comes with this number of magnets. Any magnet would work, I think. But now let me get out this. This is another one that I fell in love with this year. It's Arteza, and this is more of a brand thing. They are just affordable, top-notch quality products. If you're newer to wanting to quilt and don't want to spend a lot of money, if you buy the Arteza products, they come in like bulk things where you can get this and ruler and mats and stuff. It's affordable. Highly recommend it. But this rotary cutter specifically, ooh, I love. See, it didn't move. Let me just do this one. Not moving. Ta-da! Cut myself a strip. So this is the system. I can't wait to work more with it, but I already know that I'm going to fall in love with it. And it helps with white balance because it's white. So these are two things. The DIYStyle Pattern and Cutting System. Arteza as a brand. Great. I really like this 28mm one. It's the one that I grab more than any of my other ones. Mainly because I know where it is, but then it's really a good product. So here's these. That is this Beehive ruler. It's another one that doesn't slip. This started out with a Kickstarter, and then it got funded, and then it came to fruition. This is another one tackling that non-slip. Has a special mechanism right here. You just push down on this handle. And then this is not going anywhere. This is especially great for quilters because you don't want to move. The more you're able to cut precisely before you get to your sewing machine, the less you have to do after. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Let me show you here. See, not moving. Boom. So the Beehive ruler. These I was just sent and I love them. They are awesome, and I know I'm going to use this one a lot. This one, it's by YAZZII. It's an Australian company, YAZZII, and they have this, and I was sent a Crochet Hook one, but look at all these pockets. Like, there's pockets galore. Ta-da, zipper. I can imagine having a couple of these for different crafts that I use. This one can be for sewing, one can be for crochet, one can be for, like, what's this called? The electronic stuff. Just love these. And here, these two products. Roxanne Glue Baste is my new favorite basting glue. I glue all of my binding, a lot of my applique work. I'll use this kind of glue. It doesn't stick on the iron. This one, it's an accordion style. So it comes out easier. Boom. There we go. Boom. And then this one, it has two different tips. It has a finer tip and then it has a big tip depending on what you need. Love both of these new, what's it called? These things, the way that ooh, got glue on there. The way that they are constructed in these are really, really great to use. Have both of these on hand. You don't have to worry about it clumping. It'll last for a long time. And more magnets. These are called Sew Tites. They have 3 different kinds of magnets. I've used these a lot in English paper piecing. But anytime you need to use a pin or a clip, these work just the same. They're really strong. So they fit a bunch of layers in between, like so. They have a circle one, a rectangle one, and a little rectangle one, like this. Highly recommend these. And it's a smaller company. I like to support small businesses. But you can never... But with these, it's like you are going to use them. Even if, like, I couldn't find my magnets for this, this works. It works just great. So I could use this on there. This right here, I did a demo video on this. It's a tube turner thingy by Overy. And I'll snatch that video and I'll add it here how it works. But this is the best turner outer thingy for a tube that I've ever seen. Brilliant design. Great to use if you ever turn out tubes, like for spaghetti straps or apparel or in quilting if you needed a tube. This is great. Definitely recommend having this. LDH came out with these thread steps. They have 2 different kinds, but this one I like the most. It's bulkier. It cuts super well. Like, you could even use these as, like, to cut off your edges. Like, don't like this. And then it's like you put a ring on it, right? You don't have to take it off. So if you were snipping something, then you would just flip it over, and then you could sew on your sewing machine. Dun, dun, dun. Flip it back over. Snip, snip, snip. Put it right. Sew on your sewing machine. So you could always have this with you, and it doesn't feel weird. I mean, it's a sturdy notion, but it doesn't feel weird on my fingers where it would get on my nerves. And if you've seen any of my binding videos, these tweezers by Martelli are fabulous. They're pointy, they grip well, well made. Then I use this to get the binding and I'll clip on it, and then I'll sit it through. Let me see if I can get a video and throw that in here whenever I use these for it. But these are just a great tweezer. I know I had some generic tweezers last year. These are definitely a level up from that, and I would highly recommend getting these. Okay, this other one is a thread Cutterz zipper pull. It fell on the floor whenever I moved everything to the floor and I forgot about it. But I definitely wanted to make sure to include this because this is so neat. I'll put a little video so you can see it in action. But this can go on any bag. Can go, I don't know, keychain. And you'll always have a cutter with you. This right here is a Martelli Turnabout. I think it's called a Turnabout. No, I don't remember what it's called. But it rotates, rotates, rotates. What I love about this one, it comes with 2 different things. So there's the base, and then this is to iron right here. But a lot of times what I'll do, like if I'm doing EPP, I'll put my blocks on here, plan it out, and then lay something on top of it. So then I can come back if I ever need to cut. I cut on here. Like this. This is the perfect size to transport anywhere in my house. And then the fact that it has both utilities and I can pick them up and move them. Love this. I would definitely recommend that. Number 12. You didn't know about this one. This is called my comfy. I love it. I have officially called this a sewing notion because I've been living in this while it's been cold outside. It's like a combination of like a blanket and a Snuggie. And I sleep in it and I just wear it and it's just comfortable. And I'm sure that I've like expanded my waistline a couple inches, but I haven't felt it because I've been in my comfy. So check this out. It's great. Winter's here. And these are my favorite notions for 2019. I will link all of them in the description below. Create a blog post for all of y'all so that you can see them. But these are vetted by Mr. Domestic approved, and I can't wait to see what notions are in store for all of us in 2020. So keep it positive, y'all. Mr. Domestic out. And which one is my number 1 notion of 2019? Wow. It is this one. It's the Roxanne's glue based it with the accordion. It is just amazing. Like, everyone needs to have this in their sewing room. It is amazing. It hasn't clogged. It's so easy to use. It gets out of there. And that is why This is my number one, and these are my top. Yay!